joined Trinity was because of this feeling of relevance. This church feels relevant to me. And today, today's sermon was one of those examples. I can come every week and feel nurtured and renewed. When Peter asked me to speak during this year's stewardship promotion, I said yes because I was going to use it as an opportunity to say thank you to this community. I believe that Trinity lives out Jesus' message of social justice and peace, which is very meaningful to me. The motto for this year's stewardship is rooted in love, growing in hope. The words rooted and growing made me immediately think of the first flowers of spring that come from bulbs planted in the fall, which led me to think of Davis Hartwell, who rounded up some of his friends to one fall, and they went out in that garden area and planted a lot of bulbs that the following spring popped out and were beautiful. So what that showed me, or what it reminded me of, is that tulip planting was a collaboration between the creative energy of the universe, rich soil, and the effort of the gardening volunteers. Which led me to think, what does rooted in love mean? What would love soil look like? For a plant, that would be the kind of soil that is stable, has nutrients which sustain the growth of the plant in spite of changing, sometimes harsh, weather conditions. What are the ingredients of love soil for human beings? Paul's letter to the Corinthians about love describes love's soil, and we see and hear every Sunday how the Trinity community is rooted in that soil and growing. Love is patient, love is kind. We see this in you who help with the children's Sunday school, children's choir, youth ministry, as well as you who are involved with Laundry Love and Elizabeth's Essential Pantry. Paul also says that love does not envy, does not boast, is not proud. We see this in you who use your skills to work behind the scenes. In maintaining our church building, the equipment, the microphones work, streaming happens, volunteers clean and decorate our church in all different seasons. The administrative workers and church leadership volunteers keep our missions on track. You who help coordinate and labor at the multiple big projects like the Christmas fair, the yard sale, and jazz and jambalaya. You who promote and organize the adult learning and formation, you that partner with projects to address the root causes of poverty and social injustice, and so many more tasks and contributions that I have not mentioned. But you all accomplish this in the spirit of love and service. You are the soil, and your offerings in service and donations are like the garden of tulips. Paul goes on to say, love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Our church is a place where we can bring our difficulties and ask for help in our lives. I am grateful to Peter, who became a source of information and strength as I found myself lost in a maze of dead ends, trying to help an asylum-seeking family that I came in contact with through my work. Peter had already climbed that rocky mountain of our broken immigration system, and he was able to give me guidance and truth. He even looked into collaborating with another small church to see what could be done to help that family. I did not have to walk alone through that painful and important learning experience. I will be ever grateful. The final group on my list of gratitude are you, Mary Frances, and the various musicians who give your time and talent. The choir, the bell choir, and the other musicians in our church who perform, including those who play in the summer. Paul ends that passage with the following reminder, and now these three remain: faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of these is love. And that is what I